In the previous class, we discussed about the conformational analysis of ethane, and we saw the different forms of ethane, like the staggered form as well as the eclipsed form. So, that means the different projections of ethane, not the staggered and eclipsed. Actually, we saw what is so called the various representation or projections of ethane. And one was the Newman projection, the other one was Sohos projection. What was Newman projection? It was a two-dimensional representation, while the Sohos was a three-dimensional representation. Today we discussed about dihedral angle. What do you mean by the term dihedral angle? In order to understand about dihedral angle, we'll go back to the Sohos representation of ethane. This is actually ethane molecule. You can see here there is an ethane molecule, and this is the front carbon, and here there are three hydrogens. There are three hydrogens actually, and here also you have a carbon called a back carbon, and there also you have three hydrogens. So for the sake of convenience, they projected only one hydrogen, and which is denoted as HA, which is one of the hydrogen among the three in the front carbon, and HB is the one hydrogen from the back carbon. So this is nothing other than the molecule ethane, and this is the Sohos representation. Now, actually, what do you mean by dihedral angle? You can consider a plane. You can consider a plane, and which plane we are going to consider? A plane which includes this bond between carbon and hydrogen, as well as this bond, carbon hydrogen bond, HB bond, and this carbon carbon bond. And if you consider this plane, and okay, here you have a plane, and here also you have a plane. You place a plane here, and of course through this HB also you place a plane. Okay, there are two planes. Now you're coming back to this representation. Here you consider a plane which includes the HA and the carbon-carbon bond. Okay, the HA as well as the carbon-carbon bond. So in order to understand, there is a dotted line also is given. So you can consider this simple plane. Clear? This one plane you have to consider. Now similarly, we are going to consider another plane. Which is that plane? The plane is this one. You have this HB atom and this carbon-carbon bond. This HB and carbon-carbon bond. Here you have a plane. Now this is plane 1. Say this is plane 1. What is plane 1? Which is plane 1? The bond including carbon and HA and carbon-carbon bond, and this dotted line is the first plane. While the second plane includes this carbon hydrogen, HB hydrogen bond, and carbon carbon bond, and you can consider a dotted line here also. Here also dotted line is leave about the dotted line. Similar to this bond, here also you will have a dotted line. Okay, that is not shown here. Anyhow, now this is one plane. This is the first plane. And here is the second plane. Here is the second plane. Now, between these two planes, there is an angle. And that angle is actually called the dihedral angle. So, here we are interested about the angle between this bond and this bond. This is dihedral angle. And here also, the bond dihedral angle will be actually 0. Because this HA bond as well as HB bond are on the same plane, so the dihedral angle between the two planes will be 0. And here, this first plane and second plane are inclined at an angle of 60 degree. 60 degree. Now you look onto this third figure. What is the angle between the this plane, the dotted plane, this one, and you can consider a dotted line here, and this is the second plane, this one, and here you consider a dotted line. Okay, so this is the angle. So how much will be the angle between these two, HA and HB? It will be 180 degree. Clear? So there are two imaginary planes we are considering, and the angle between those two is termed as dihedral angle. So I hope you got an idea what you mean by dihedral angle. The angle between the planes which we consider. Now you look on to this form of your ethane, and this all both are actually the Newman projection. So here is a front carbon and there are 3 hydrogen, and this is the rear carbon which is represented as a circle and have 3 more hydrogen attached with them. And this is the front carbon and these are the 3 hydrogen attached, and this is the rear carbon and these are the 3 hydrogen. So look, so here is a carbon-carbon bond and this is a plane. So how much will be the dihedral angle? It will be 0 degree between these two planes. This is HA and this is HB bond. Now this is HA bond and this is HB bond. How much is the dihedral angle? It is 60 degree. And if the dihedral angle between the two planes is 0, then the form is called eclipsed conformation. Remember what is conformation? A particular conformer is known as a conformation. Now if the angle is 60 degree, then it is called a staggered conformation. So there are two extreme conformers. They are called eclipse conformer as well as the staggered conformer. So you may ask, how many conformers the molecule ethane can have? It can have infinite number of conformers. Because so what are conformers? Different spatial arrangement. So how the infinite numbers are possible? Actually, from this eclipse conformer, if you rotate a fraction of degree, you will get a new arrangement. Actually, from the eclipse, you got the staggered by rotating about 60 degree. But if you just chapter, then you will get a new conformer, a fractional degree, a new conformer. So for each and every fractional conformer, rotation, you will get new conformer. So definitely there are infinite number of conformers are possible. Now we are not interested about that. There are two extreme conformers. They are called eclipsed conformer and other one is staggered. Now in between all these are called as skew form, SKEW, skew form, or gauche form, gauche, GAUCHE, gauche form. Any form in between these two are called the skew form or gauche form. Now we discuss about the rotational conformers of ethane. So listen, this was your Newman projection. This is Newman projection, and this is the eclipsed form. Why it is eclipsed form? Here it is clear. This was the Sahus projection. So this is the front carbon, and this is the back carbon. So the each and every CH bond of the front carbon is just behind of that of the rear carbon. So the CH bond of the back carbon, each CH bond of the back carbon are just behind that of the CH bond of the front carbon. So the dihedral angle is 0 degree also, and such a conformer is actually called eclipsed one. And if the dihedral angle is 60 degree, and how it is 60 degree, you can see this CH bond of the back carbon is in between these two of the front carbon. Front carbon രണ്ട് CH ബോണ്ടിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്കായിരിക്കും ബാക്ക് കാർബണിന്റെ CH ബോണ്ട്. അത് ഇവിടെ മാത്രമല്ല എല്ലായിടത്തും. So this CH bond is in between these two. Of course, you can say this CH bond is the CH bond of the front carbon is between these two of the rear carbon. Clear? So you can see any other form other than the eclipse and staggered are called a skew form. Now we'll discuss about the relative stability between these two, called the staggered form as well as the eclipsed form. See, definitely the staggered form is more stable. Why the staggered form is more stable compared to the eclipsed form? Because in eclipsed form, the CH bond of the front and back carbon are overlapped the maximum. So since they are very close to each other, definitely there will be a repulsion, and that repulsion will experience a strain on the molecule, and that strain is known as torsional strain. Torsional strain, Torsional, torsional strain. So here the torsional strain will be more for this eclipsed form because the CH bonds are one behind another. While here there are of course strain, but the strain will be lesser because the CH bonds are at a maximum. From the front carbon to back carbon, the CH bonds are at a maximum away. So the strain will be lesser. So we can say the staggered form is more stable than the eclipsed form, and which is shown here. So here we are starting anyhow with here you have the potential energy curve, actually potential energy along the y-axis, while torsional angle, the angle of rotation is called a torsional angle along the x-axis you have. Now what we are doing, we are just starting with the eclipsed form. This is the eclipsed form. So you can see the each CH bonds are overlapped the maximum. This is the eclipsed form. Now you are started with the eclipsed form, and if you rotated 60 degree, definitely what happened? Whenever you rotated an eclipsed form about 60 degree, it will reach us into the staggered form. So what happened? So for the sake of convenience, we are fixing the back carbon and rotating the front carbon. So as the front carbon is rotated, what happened? Repulsion decreases because this CH bond getting away from, as you rotated, they become away from this carbon, and this CH bond, not only this one, all the CH bonds become away. So what happened? The potential energy, repulsion decreases, potential energy also decreases, and we reaches at a maximum stable form, and this is the most stable form called the eclipsed form. I mean not eclipse, sorry, staggered form. You can see the CH bond is between these two and vice versa, like that. And again, if you rotated about 60 degree, you will reach as the eclipsed form, and what happened? There will be again the potential energy will be maximum. So this is the potential energy of the eclipsed form, while this is the staggered form. And the difference in potential energy between these two is calculated as 2.9 kilocalorie per mole, which is equivalent to 12 kilojoule per mole. So this is the relative stability. So you can say the eclipsed form is having more repulsion and more potential energy, while the staggered form is having lesser repulsion and lesser potential energy. Thank you. And on the next day, we'll discuss about conformational analysis of cyclohexane.